Going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we have the second T20 international between India versus England, in England of course. And hey, game 2, the second T20 goes to India. They officially win the series. I mean, look, this is only a 3 T20 match series. It's not like, there's something massive on the line, but I mean, India playing in foreign conditions, this is, they've got to think of these as like warm-up games for the T20 World Cup. These are going to be similar conditions to Australia. It's probably the closest conditions in the world you're going to get to actually not being in Australia. So this is great experience for some of the younger guys around the squad. But hey, India, their bowling attack has just looked absolutely phenomenal. And it's won both of these first two T20. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. If you want to stay up to date with all the cricket across the world, subscribe. We're just going to go straight through it. We're going to get straight into it. Player of the match was none other than the man Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, 3 for 15, and also just an inspirational 2 runs at the end. 3 for 15. I mean, he bowled exceptionally well and got a wicket with the first ball. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that from the big fella Bhuvi. It is exciting to see him, just have all of his, just at his best again, which I don't know if we were ever going to see it again, to be honest. I was a little bit worried for Bhuvaneshwar, these last couple of years about if he was ever going to get back to his best. I mean, I don't know if this is his best, but he looks very, very, very fit, very healthy, very quick. And he's swinging that ball a lot. Now, he's dangerous. And he's going to be someone who obviously will be at the T20 World Cup. It'll just be whether he plays or not. But I think what we've seen so far, yeah, he's going to dominate in Australian conditions, to be honest. I mean, any bit of bounce, swing, pace, that's all he needs to get going and have a big influence on any sort of game. All right, India, they were into bat first. The man Rohit Sharma back, obviously he was back for the first game, but the skipper, and he opened up with Rishabh Pant. Now, I actually, 5 minutes before the game, I got notifications on my phone, people telling me that Virat and Rohit were going to open, and I was like, oh, what? So Rohit and Virat are going to open, this is going to be bloody awesome, and then I seen Rishabh walk out there, and then I'm thinking, hold on a minute, that's not Virat. So Rishabh went out there to open. I mean, this is a partnership that could be the most dangerous opening partnership you could ever see. Just 2 of the most clean strikers in world cricket right now. Of course, Rohit's past his prime and Pant's, in his prime right now, but it was exciting. Look, you may have only gotten 50 runs between them, but it was good. I mean, Rohit got dropped twice. He also snicked one. He missed and played a bunch. And then Rohit, he just said, all right, come on now. We're not here for this crap. Put a few over the boundary, hit 2 6s, 3 4s. I mean, Rohit still is someone who can dominate any sort of match of cricket in any format. I'm not going to be the guy who tries to doubt him, because then he'll pull off 105 off 34 deliveries. That's the sort of things that he would do. And again, of course they're trying their hardest, but I feel like their approach at the top of the order, especially in these 2 games so far, have been attack, attack, attack. And that's something that India, especially in the last T20 World Cup last year, their top order just did not make many runs. They couldn't get runs early. They got bogged down by wickets and, spinners in the UAE just really slowing them down. And it seems like their new approach in T20 cricket for India is we've got to go hard and we've got to do it early in the power play. Those first 6 overs of the game are so important. They either set up a win or they're going to set up for an easy loss. That's how you know. And they did play a really good power play, except for when Virat went out for 1. We won't talk about that. Suryakumar Yadav, he was gone for 15. So, I mean, other than their openers, they didn't get anything out of this, this Hardik, Suryakumar, Virat, sort of 3-run. But then the man Jadu, he just turns up when it matters, doesn't he? It is so weird that whenever Jadeja is playing just some random game that doesn't mean much, he just doesn't do a lot. He just sits back and chills out. And then he gets on the big stage in a foreign country, overseas, whatever, and he's playing at number 6. 46 off 29, 5 fours. I mean, obviously he's in front of Axar Patel, but he's just so special. Like, still, Dinesh Karthik, he was going for 12 off 17. Harshal Patel with some late runs. Bhuvi with that inspirational 2, and Bumrah, very inspirational, not out for nothing. So, hey, 170 was the target set for England. Look, I don't think they bowled that well. They had two men actually, who bowled well, and the rest were kind of a bit of fill-in. All right, let's go through the bowlers while we're here. The man, David Willey. I mean, no, I'm just going to be respectfully honest. That's what we bring to my channel here. I have no filter. I do not care. I'm here to give my honest opinions. And I've said this about David Willey for his whole career. I still don't, like, earlier in his career, he was an absolute freak. Like, just in a beast mode, one of the best variation bowlers in the world in white ball cricket. And he's still playing. Like, he's still going. How old is David Willey now? He's got to be close to 55. Come on. How old is he? He's 32. He only turned 32 this year. And he has never played a test match. That's actually surprising. Now, I know he's not a test batsman, a test bowler, but I really thought the man David Willey would have played a test match. But there you go. Never hasn't. The man Sam Curran, none for 26 off 3. Actually bowled okay. And it looked like he might have gotten a shoulder injury at the end of the game. So hopefully he is okay. Where is Tom Curran as well? Like, is he injured? Is he just not being picked? Everyone always disagrees with me when I say this, but Tom Curran is a really good all-rounder. I really like Tom Curran. He hasn't done much in the IPL, and he has done really bad when he's had opportunities, sometimes. But I still think Tom Curran is a better bowler than David Willey. I was going to say he's a better bowler than Richard Gleeson, but I guess I can't say that. The man took 3 for 15 off 4, one of them overs being a double wicket maiden, I believe it was. The wickets he took were the skipper Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant, and Virat Kohli. I mean, what sort of debut is that? Is that the greatest bowling debut of all time? 3 wickets, and you take the first 3 wickets of the game, who are the 3 best batsmen probably on this team. So it's some start for Richard Gleeson. He is 34. He could retire and go play golf if he wanted right now, the man Richie Gleeson. But he's out here making his debut at the rare age of 58, 3 for 15 off 4. It was a clinic he put on with the ball. And, he is someone who a lot of people might not know much about, but I've seen him play in the Big Bash League a little bit. He was absolutely awful. He was probably one of the worst bowlers we've seen in Australian Big Bash League history. It was really bad. But moving on he bowled really well here. I don't know if I'm not a Richard Gleeson fan. I'm not someone who follows his career around the world, but he does look like he has somehow gotten his pace up a little bit. He's bowling he bowled very consistent line, and was really attacking the body, which is something that he's never really done. He used to always be this guy that would just bowl half tracker pies, just wide deliveries that were just crap. Now he seems to, he's got a game plan when he bowls, so he looks a lot better. Matt Parkinson, none for 21 off 2. Yeah, no. Chris Jordan, though, 4 for 27 off 4. Did take a lot of that tail end. Just a bunch of tail end wickets at the end. And the man Liam Livingstone, none for 23 off 2. I mean, they continue to keep bowling him. Again, if they think they can get away with bowling Liam Livingstone 2 overs at the World Cup this year, they're going to get smashed. I'm sorry, but Liam Livingstone doesn't, spin the ball. He just, puts it in the areas, and is honestly just hoping for the batsman to make a mistake of hitting it straight up in the air or snicking it behind or something like that. I just don't think he's going to bowl well at all in Australia if they think about it. All right, England, 171 to chase down to get the win. They didn't do it. They batted horribly again. In fact, that's probably unfair because I think India just bowled really, really well. Jason Roy, he went first bowl to the man, Bhuvi Kumar, Joe's Butler. 2 games in a row now where he scored, I think, 4 in both games. So for the IPL Orange Cap winner, this is not how he would have liked it on his own home soil. David Malan, 19 off 25, 2 fours. I mean, hasn't his career just gone, sailing down these last 6, 8, 12 months? This is someone who was the number 1 T20 ranked batsman in the world at one point. I don't know where he's ranked right now. For all I know, he could still be ranked, 3rd in the world. But, these last, 6, 7 games that I've seen from him, I have seen nothing that has made me impressed at all. A former Punjab King as well. So I want him to do well. Livingston, obviously a current Punjab King, 15 off 9, 3 fours. Again, it was just really, 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 really good bowling from India. Bumrah and Bhuvi just had them, just gave them nothing. Really gave them nothing. The entire power play, the first 10 overs of the game, England were given nothing. It was such really, really solid bowling. Harry Brook, he went for 8. It was a horrible shot. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he didn't realise it was a slower ball. Not a slower ball, but obviously it was Chahal. It's going to be a bit slower, but it's just a ball that kind of just stayed in the air, and he just didn't read it right. He just hit it straight up and said, I've got about 5 sausage rolls back in the change room. I want to go in there and eat them, so I can't blame you. Moeen Ali, 35 off 21. He's their top scorer. I mean, he's their best goddamn player. Sometimes Sam Curran for 2. David Willey is actually a good batsman somehow. 33 off 22. That is something I'll give credit to David Willey. He has improved his batting a lot in the last 3-4 years. When his bowling has started just going downhill a little, he added this other dimension to his game, being a really good batsman, so that's always important. CJ gone, Gleeson gone, Parkinson went for 8 ducks. So hey, India just too good, too strong with the bowling. Bhuvi Kumar set the tone at the start, 3 for 15 off 3. Bumrah 2 for 10 off 3. Hardik Pandya was 1 for 29 off 3. He was just trying to bowl as quick as he could, to be honest. Watching Hardik out there, he was not interested in, bowling beautiful line and length and just making sure that it was the greatest spell he ever bowled. No, he did not care. He just said, I'm out here, I'm going to try and bowl 150 and see if we can get the gun moving. He got close. Purple Patel, 1 for 34 off 4. Chahal, 2 for 10 off 2. Just another big game for him. And Jadeja, none for 22 off 2. So, hey, that is how it ended. India, too good, too strong with the bat and ball. And that's really all we expected, I think, in this series. Well, it's what I expected. I definitely had India winning this series. Now they're 2-0 up. I think the next T20 is tonight. Yeah, here we go. Shit. All right. So the next T20 is, in fact, tonight. Today, whenever you're watching this, 11:30 p.m. my time. So another late night. That's great. And then we get the ODIs on the 12th of July. So that's only 2 days away as well. So we're getting big amounts of cricket. We love to see it. Hey, congrats to India. They're 2-0 up. They're looking pretty good. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll see everyone in the next one.